Today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the front grille on a 2014 Audi S4. First thing you want to do is pull all these little clips off here and pull this upper plastic plate off. So you just push these in a little bit like this, and you get a grommet tool, or just pull up on them like that. You pull those all out, and then you can just pull this straight up out of there. You just want to unplug this right here. It's from this little module. Just get that loose, and then undo this screw here, and then undo this screw here. Get those out of there. You're going to use a T25. And pull those liners. Pull this screw off right here, and then this lower one right here. Screws out of the way. You pretty much just have to get to that screw right there. Just use an extension with a 10mm socket on it, and you can get right in there like that. Unscrew that. Do that on both sides. Goes off on both sides. Just get your hand right here, put your thumb up here, and just kind of pull away like this, and then you can pull this kind of forward like that. You can do that on both sides. Get underneath the car and use your T25 to pull this screw and these ones off the front edge. T25 for all of them. Pull the belly pan off too. Just use these quarter turn. This one's all busted up, but quarter turn on these until this just falls right off. With all that done, you can take the front and kind of just pull it away. What you're gonna wanna do is, from underneath this is a little bit easier. Could have done this earlier on after I pulled the belly pan off, but just undo your fog lights, and then this whole thing is loose, so you can just pull the front bumper right off. From the inside of the bumper, remove all of these torque screws, these silver ones here, around the perimeter of the grille. All those screws off, you wanna get in here and release these upper clips with a little flat blade screwdriver, and then pull this past it, and kind of pull out on the bottom a little bit just to pull this bracket off here. Once that is off, you can get in here and use a little flat blade screwdriver and release these clips here, right there, and then these barbs here too. You have to kind of get underneath these with a screwdriver to release them, probably from down here, to get that to pop past that barb, and then you can pull this whole assembly just back towards you. The only thing that kind of holds up the show here a little bit is these little barbed pieces on the side. You just have to get a little screwdriver and pry that barb back a little bit on this one right here. Sorry. On these, on both sides. And then this whole thing just pops off as a big assembly. So it's not that bad. Just kind of take your time with it. You can take a new one. Now is a good time to clean it. This one's obviously, as you can see, pretty rough. It's kind of busted up anyways, but I'm still gonna wipe it down a little bit before I take the new grille and then put it from the front on until it clips into place. Or I'm sorry, from the back forward until it clips into place on these barbs. So I'll show you what that looks like. Push that on until all the clips line up the way they were. Take this little plastic bracket here, that one that you pulled off, and put that back on. Hopefully everything lines up like it should. This is an aftermarket one, but everything seems to be lining up well. All these screws are the same, so you just put all those screws back around the perimeter the same way you found them. And this is what the grille ends up looking like. You can choose to put the emblem on it or not. We called the customer and gave him the option, and he said he would rather not have anything up front, so this is what we're gonna do. But yeah, there's also a panel that some of these have, some of them don't, that kind of goes over this. This one's honestly pretty cheesy, but a little covering plate, because all of a sudden this will be visible now, the actual aluminum bracket here, and they don't look great. So you can either paint that black or cover it up with this plastic thing that it comes with, whatever the case. If you do use paint, use something good, made for aluminum, that can handle stone chips and stuff, because otherwise you're going to be doing this all again, pulling the front end off because it'll start looking bad through the grill when it gets chipped up. So yeah, that's it. Pretty much just reassemble everything the same way you found it. Thanks for watching.